Hi, I'm Makoto Takemiya, one of the contributors to Sora with updates for June 4th, 2023. In the last 24 hours, our chats have been buzzing because I mentioned that in the future we might need to mint a large amount of Sora, maybe 80 billion, in order to capitalize a financial institution and gain market share in the global economy. Now, this is not a specific proposal, and there's no proposal right now to mint 80 billion Zor or anything like that. But rather I was trying to gauge the willingness of the community to accept such a proposal so that as I'm crafting a structure, I can actually incorporate Zor into this. So it should be quite exciting. I'm not going to go into the details of what the structure is, but we do have a good opportunity, I would say, to create an interface between Zor and the traditional financial system. And if you understand how things work at a very deep level in the global financial system, you see many opportunities. So Zor is a great DeFi project. PokerSwap, I think, is the best DEX out there, period. It's really an amazing product. Demeter Farm is really great. It's consistently good. It's self-custodial. All of our wallets are self-custodial, so you're not going to get hacksorted. It's really a great technology and interface, but there is a lot of competition, and competition really is for losers. So we should go somewhere where there's no competition from the other DeFi kids, and try to use our relationship with TradFi institutions through our work, for example, with CBDCs, and try to find new opportunities that are untapped. And there's a lot of them. There's a whole bunch of opportunities that have not yet been even thought about by all the DeFi kids. And I say that as a DeFi kid myself, but I'm also been into the TradFi community and talking to all these central bankers and global finance ministers and leaders and all these people. And if you put these two worlds together at once, you can find some new opportunities. And that's what a lot of things are starting to click. And I think it's going to be slow and probably won't be this year. But if things go well, maybe next year we can see a proposal like, hey, let's mint $80 billion worth of Zor. And it's going to go into this, trust, and it's going to be used in a certain way. So keep an eye out for a proposal like that. I think it'd be really exciting. That being said, in the next few weeks, there will be a proposal to mint about $50 million worth of Zor. And that's a lot compared to our current market cap. But that's going to be kind of like a test run for this type of structure. And so basically, you create the Zor, you put it onto the balance sheet of a financial institution, which then can be used to capitalize it. So it meets certain capital requirements, and you can use that to get integrated into the TradFi environment without dumping the Zor on the market, actually. So it has value. Like, the tokens are real. They have real value. You can sell them. You can move them. But you don't have to. You can also keep it on the balance sheet. And you do need large amounts of capital for certain things, certain activities, I'll say, without going into the details. So there will be a proposal in a few weeks for that, though it's hard to know exactly what I can talk about. So it's kind of a fine balance, right? Because you don't want, if it was, it took years of work to learn all these intricacies, and if I just explain it all, like everyone can just know about them, and it's pretty easy to copy if you knew how things work. So let's see if we can get the balance right between educating the community and showing them what we're doing without going into the specific details. So it's going to be a kind of a hard line to walk, but I think we can do that. And I think the important thing is that tokens that we create for uses like this won't just go to PokerSwap and be dumped or something like that. So there will be certain certain processes about what the tokens can be used for, what they can't be used for, things like that. So I think as long as that's clear, that no one should be against it, because it's basically a very little risk and very high opportunity, because you can, if you're integrated into the world financial system, a lot of opportunities open up to not just have something like 110 users per day like we have now. You could have 110 million users per day. There's a lot of opportunities out there. Speaking of which, I've got daily network stats in the last 24 hours. We had 717 transactions on Sora network, 392 of which were swaps, 42 were Demeter farming related transactions, 40 were transfers, and there were 110 active accounts on the Sora network. So there's a lot to do. Don't be scared of future mints. There's no proposals yet, but if we're successful, the benefits will far outweigh any consequences. So yeah, don't be scared of that. And let's do our best and work hard each and every day.